Hey everybody, welcome to our weekend check-in video, as I call them. And this is our first one that we're doing for this semester here. And so these weekend check-in videos are just going to be a time to quickly go over some things you should be doing in the course around this time, and upcoming assignments and due dates, and just a few odds and ends just to kind of make sure we're all on the same page and progressing as we should be at this time in the course there. And as it is our first one, I am going to go over probably a bit more than I normally would do on these weekend check-in things, so just kind of bear with me. But it's important to kind of reach out to you guys once a week and just kind of touch base here. First of all here, just a reminder, when you get to the any of the modules there on Canvas, even though I have this posted like right here at the top of every module, make sure that you click on each item in the order you find them in order to move forward through the module, because you will not be able to get to any of the items below if you don't click on each item above there. And part of the reason I do this, as I say right here, this is to ensure that at least everyone reads or views every item there. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind there. That's why I have you do it there, but I do want to make sure that you're checking everything there. When you get to the unit modules here too, again, you'll know the layout there. There's intro video, and then the discussion, lecture videos, lecture outlines, homework quiz, inquisitive, etc. there. So always going to be in that order there. And you really should be taking a look there at Chapter 1, so work on your discussion for that there. But also when you get to the lecture videos, remember that's going to take you to an external site. And you'll find anywhere from 8 to 12 lecture videos. Each video was about 10 to 15 minutes long, and so they're just broken down into the various sections of each chapter, and I label all of them so you know what's going to be in that video there. And do watch them, because there are things I say in lecture that you need to know, and this is information that I would normally present in a face-to-face class, so you're getting basically the same kind of information there, just a little bit different presentation, you know, in the video recording format there. So do check those out. And remember, as you watch the videos, you will see on the screen in the video there, primarily I have lecture outlines presented there, and this is just a Word file here, which just basically does the nuts and bolts of the lecture, so you can download that, print it out, put it on your device and take notes, whatever you want to do there with it, but it will help you walk through all of the lectures there and just kind of have a good roadmap of what we're going to cover for each of our chapters there. So do check those out. And also with Inquisitive there, that online learning platform, remember that I tell you how to register for that if we go all the way towards the top here. In the Start Here module, you'll see a little section here about access to Inquisitive, so hopefully by now all of you have read that. And then this next module here, what you need to do next, this will tell you how to register for Inquisitive. And right underneath here, you'll see a dedicated module just about Inquisitive and how to get to your ebook there as well. There's a little tutorial video there, so make sure you watch that. Here's the ebook access there. So definitely make sure that you've got yourself set up for that. You don't want to wait till like the day before or maybe the night before those are all due, because you might find that kind of a train wreck. So get yourself set up at least, and do remember you must register for Inquisitive from within the Canvas course page. Do not try to register for it at the publisher website. Do it from our course page. That way all your scores from Inquisitive will transfer to the gradebook here in Canvas, so you can always check your scores there as well. And do remember there that there's a 21-day free trial period for access to Inquisitive. That does not include the ebook. It just gives you access to the Inquisitive learning platform there. And remember, each chapter has an Inquisitive assignment there, and it will take you approximately probably around 30 minutes and maybe longer there to finish each one of those chapter assignments, depending how well you do on the questions there. And remember there, if you just need access to Inquisitive, let's just say you rented or got a used copy of the book, you can purchase standalone access to Inquisitive for $25. All that is explained up here when I talk about access to Inquisitive and how to register, and in the Inquisitive module itself. And you'll see a link to that there when you try to sign into Inquisitive the first time and get set up for it. It'll give you an option there just to buy it at $25 if you've already got a copy of the book there. Okay? All right, let's go back down to the unit module here. And just a reminder here, as a general rule, your discussions and your chapter quizzes for each chapter are normally going to be due on a Friday of every week during our course. There is a bit of an exception, which I already mentioned in a previous video, because this first part of the course is a little bit shorter, only covers 2 chapters. You're going to find that, yes, the Chapter 1 material is due next Friday, but then the Chapter 2 material is going to be due the following Tuesday there. So just kind of keep that in mind. But in the future, it's pretty much almost always going to be every Friday there'll be 1 chapter discussion and 1 chapter quiz due. And you'll see that there. You can see, for example, the due date right here where it says discussion Chapter 1 and chapter quiz Chapter 1. But then for Chapter 2, you can see discussion Chapter 2 and its due date and the quiz for Chapter 2. So all that is provided there for you. So definitely keep on top of those due dates there. And you are going to have your first exam, you'll see there on these dates here, and that's going to be on a Wednesday through a Friday. That's just the way it worked out there. So the last due date for your Chapter 2 discussion and quiz, the next several days there, the next 3 days will be devoted there to the exam. It'll open there for you for those 3 days. And remember, you get 60 minutes to take the exam once you open up, but there is a 3-day window to accommodate all your various work schedules, etc. there. So you've got a 3-day window to take it, but you only get 60 minutes once you start it. And don't start it like at, close to midnight, the last day there, on that last day that it's open, because you're only going to get whatever many minutes are left before 11:59 p.m. that day, because I do have it set to shut down at that time. So 60 minutes, but back it up an hour on the last day if you wait to the last day there, else you won't have enough time probably to finish it there. And your inquisitive assignments, remember I have little postings like right here. Those are going to be due by 11:59 p.m. on the day prior to the unit exam. So that exam is going to open up on a Tuesday. So you're going to So you're going to need to have that those inquisitive assignments done on the Tuesday before by 11:59 p.m. And you can see the date there underneath where it says Chapter 2 inquisitive, and also up here where it says Chapter 1. So the due dates are embedded there in the unit for all of your assignments. And I am going to remind you that when you land on the home page for our course, at the top of the modules, you should see a to-do list, at least on your end as a student, or looking at the instructor end. So it's a little bit different here on my end of things. But when you sign in, you'll see a to-do list, usually right next here to the recent announcements there, to remind you about what's coming up. And also remember, as I presented in a previous video there, or maybe you attended that live session there, that you can find all the assignments and all the due dates for the entire course all in one place by clicking on either the syllabus module here in the Canvas main menu, course menu, pardon me. But if you want to have a calendar view, click on the calendar item in the main Canvas menu there, and you'll see a calendar style view for this course. Just remember to pick our course, and you can certainly load as many of your other courses in there too. That may be kind of hard to see the calendar clearly when you load it up like that, but make sure you pick our course so you can get that view. And again, that's the one-stop shopping way to see everything, all the assignments and all the due dates all in one place. Okay? So there's no excuse for not knowing what something is due, because you have plenty of places to find that stuff. That's at least 4. So everything's there for you. So, check that out. So you stay on top of things. Again, just a reminder, this is an online course, and you really do need to stay on top of things. And I know a lot of you are juggling more than one online course, and you're dealing with all of us instructors having our different ways of making sure you stay on top of things. And so I know it's a lot to keep track of, especially as the semester starts. So I'm just doing my best to remind you how things work here. So if you already know this and you know how to do it, great as far as checking due dates. But if you're still kind of scrambling, that's why I put these things out, just to kind of get you on board and get you on the right path, so you don't feel like you're kind of flapping in the breeze there, because I really need you to stay on top of things and be responsible. This is the same stuff I would say in a face-to-face class, and people would write stuff down to remind themselves about this stuff, but I can't see you face-to-face, so all I have are announcements and videos like this to kind of remind you and kind of walk you through some of this stuff. So please do watch them when I post them, and please do read the instructions there. And that's true for all of your courses, because this is how we're going to manage you guys and get you through all this online experience now. So we're doing it for a reason, to help you out. We're not trying to get you more work, and I wish there was an easier way to do it, but there really isn't. So that's just how it's going to have to work. Remember, I am going to have live sessions on Mondays for your class. They're going to be at 1 p.m. every Monday there. And remember, these are not mandatory. They are not required. They are not going to be lectures. I'm just going to go over sort of like what I did in this video here, just go over some upcoming assignments, clarification on assignment directions. Whoever shows up as students will ask questions and I'll answer them. That's all going to be recorded and posted. You can watch it later if you can't make it at that day and time. And if you did come to the first one, or if you watched it, you may have noticed, wow, that's pretty long. It was like over an hour. Well, the reason it was longer that time, and it's the only one that will be that long, is that I did have to go over the detail on the syllabus and go over the Canvas page and take a tour and all those things. And it does take some time to do that. But in the future, those live sessions, they're going to be definitely less than an hour. They're probably going to be maybe 30 minutes, if even that. So it depends on how many people show up. But do try to watch them, because I will mention some things that are important and to remind you. And again, it's just like if you went to class, you'd do the same thing. You would just kind of hope stay on top of things that way. Okay, let me check my to-do list here. Well, okay, that's everything I wanted to go over for right now. Remember, I'll do these every weekend, and do check them out. They'll help you just kind of stay on top of things there, and they'll always be short like this too. So hopefully I will see you again soon, and we'll talk then.